Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Hardcore Minecraft. Now, it has been a little while since I've posted an episode, but we are back and we are ready to get to work. I have done a little bit of building off camera. I've started on the walls down here, and I've also started on the ceiling, and I've been working on this middle section here. I've kind of made it look a little bit more like a pipe. That way we kind of have like the sewer slime down here, and yeah, I think it looks good. And then the next step down here is just to get the roof and the walls on the top section done. I have also started breeding up some villagers in here to start filling up some of these slots because it's looking a little empty. It's looking a little empty down here. And now that we're starting to get some of these farms in and we're starting to get some more rooms, I think that this needs to get... I think we need to finish this soon. I think we need to finish this soon. Now, what we're going to do today, I want to continue on with the building, but I do have one farm that I have been dying to build because I can't live without it any longer. I need more wind charges. I want to go to the what's it called? The trial chamber, and I want to build some breeze farms. Now, the trial chamber that I have been going to is kind of far away. I think I have a map of one over here that's a little bit closer. There's one there. I think that might be the closest that we get. So I think I'm gonna go check that one out and see how many breeze spawners there are. If there's only like one or two, then I might try and find a different one to try and like maximize the amount of wind charges we get, but hopefully there's a lot of breeze spawners in there. Now I am just gonna grab some materials that I think I'm gonna need. And these farms have started to produce. Yes, that is what we like to see. Now, I think that's probably it, other than like maybe some building blocks, but I think I'm gonna get a lot of blocks when I dig out my area anyways. In the trial chamber, I'll bring some tuff. Oh, maybe I'll bring some torches. Plus the stuff in my redstone box, I think that's all I need. And then I have my bad omen in there. I think that's it. And extra food? Yep, okay. Just gotta go get the map. Ooh, okay. Let's go. You know, it's actually not that far. I could probably dig a tunnel to it. I hope there's a lot of, whatchamacallit, breeze spawners. Alright, so we're just gonna dig straight down. Oh, come on. Not a water cave. Here it is. Hello? Okay, I think this room has a lot of spawners, if memory serves. Okay, there's at least one breeze. I'm just gonna start on, like, easy. I'm not gonna use the potion just yet. Just because I want to see... Ah! I want to get a lay of the land first. Now, I believe these spawners work off of line of sight. I think this one is the breeze spawner. So all you have to do is block these off. And they won't spawn anything. But I'm gonna block off the breeze spawners with a different block, just so I know that which is which. Ooh, there are diamonds in there? Oh my gosh. Yeah. Oh! Look at that! That was so lucky. Okay, well, so far I have found I almost said blaze, freeze spawners. I think that might be enough. Well, that was kind of an anticlimactic trial chamber, I'm gonna be 100% honest. I think I'm gonna start tearing out this room now. And we can get started on the spawners. I think 3 is enough. I honestly can't really be bothered to go hunting for another trial chamber right now. So I think it'll be fine. Okay, so we have all of the breeze spawners done. I have one in this main room here, one down here, and one in this room over here. They're not super fancy, they're nothing special. It's literally just a chamber surrounded with glass and water, and then I just kill them with looting. I have run it once so far, and this is what we have out of it. I'm pretty happy with that. If you're ever building one of these for yourself, you can kind of get like double, well, not double, I guess more than double the spawn rates, because if you come in, you let them spawn normally, and then you drink the ominous potion, you're getting 2, 4, 6 breeze per spawn every what? Like, how often do they reset? Like 30 minutes or 40 minutes or something like that? So it's not bad. With looting 3, it's not terrible. Um, it'll be enough to, keep me going for a while, because at the moment I'm not really using them for anything else other than just like moving around. But yeah, that's that. It's nothing fancy, no tutorial or anything, just a box with water. Now, the next thing that I really want to get into, I really, really, really want to get more of the base and the build all connected and built and getting very integrated with everything. But one thing that has been bothering me for a very long time is this Nether hub. I think that that's something that I want to start tackling. I have been playing around with some ideas for the build, and actually, if I go up here, don't you dare. No, no! This is, I think, the level that I want to have the main Nether hub be at, so we are relatively close to, oh. Um, where did you come from? So we're relatively close to the ceiling here. I might either keep it at this level or maybe drop it a little bit by like a couple of blocks, I'm not sure, but I want it to be relatively high up. I'm not sure if we're gonna like break any of this bedrock yet. I might do it, I might not, I don't know. We're gonna see how we feel. But this is where the main nether hub is going to be, so I do want to start getting some tunnels dug out. Now, historically, I have been very bad at starting a nether hub project and then never finishing it. So I'm probably going to keep the build relatively simple and small. Like, I think I'm gonna do like something kind of big, not like big, but like a decent size for the main room, but then just keep the tunnels very simple and like easy to do because I typically come up with these very like detailed, cool looking designs and then I just get like sick of them after a while and I just get bored and I never finish it. So I do want to get this started. I don't think I'm going to tackle this just yet. I think I might do like the digging and the like prep on stream, maybe. But one thing that I do want to do, which sort of ties in with both the base and the Nether Hub, because I really want to. Oh, no. Didn't mean to do that. Anyways, as I was saying, I really want to do both the base and the Nether Hub, but I know I'm not going to be able to get everything done this episode. So, to compromise, I am going to work on both simultaneously. As you can see, this is my nether portal room. It is very bare, it is very gray, and I think it's time to change that. As you can see, we have dug out quite a bit. I kind of dug all the way down to where the deep slate started, and now it's starting to become a much slower process. I want to have this hole as deep as I can. Now, ideally, in my head, I want it to be down at bedrock, but I know I'm gonna get sick of digging out this deep slate, so I think I might dig a couple more layers by hand until it's like all deep slate, and then I might switch to the moss technique or whatever it's called, the like where you like turn it all into moss and then just dig it with a hoe because it's a lot quicker. And then we'll just like see how long I can stand doing that for, and then when I get bored, I guess that's how deep it's gonna be, and then I'm just gonna have to live with it. But I'm gonna do that, and I've already started gathering some materials for this project. I kind of want this to look almost like a black, like bottomless pit type of thing. So I'm gonna have it like be black concrete at the bottom and then like have a gradient up. So like black stone to like the deep slate brick and then up into the stone brick that we kind of have for our like sewers up here. But one thing that I'm like kind of struggling with is that even though like this is technically supposed to be like sewer-esque down here, I guess, I mean, it obviously is the sewers down here. I'm like kind of struggling with the fact that I'm getting bored of the palette. Like, I get that it's supposed to be stone and brick and that this is like what sewers are like, but it's a lot of gray and I'm trying to break it up as much as I can with the green, especially like down here. But I'm like worried that I'm just gonna get like bored of the palette. But on the other hand, I don't want to overcomplicate it too much because then I'm gonna just like burn myself out. So I think what I want to do is do the black pit. And I know some people are going to say, oh, do the glass method, do the glass method. I'm trying to avoid doing the glass fade effect because I did it already here and I have used a lot of glass up here and I'm still planning on doing more glass up here and I'm planning on doing the glass fade effect in the nether. And so I really don't want to overuse it. So that's why I'm digging this so deep because I kind of want the black hole to actually be a black hole. But what I might do is I might put like sewers on each side here and then have them like dripping with like either water or more of the like green sludge down into the black pit. And that way it kind of looks a little bit more interesting, which means I am gonna have to raise the roof a little bit in here, which is fine. I don't really know, otherwise I don't really know what I can do in here to kind of break it up a little bit more because the Nether Hub is going to be very much a continuation of that, of like the sewers, and I do have a design for them, and I think they do look good, but again, it's just more sewer. Like, I feel like I need to do something to make it a little more interesting, or keep the sewer, but maybe use some like accent colors in the nether just to kind of show that it is the nether. But I kind of want it to feel like you're going through the portal and you're like still in the sewers. You're like going deeper into the sewers. I don't know, because the other idea I was playing around with was maybe like the nether portal is like corrupting this area so you can have like some black like vines or like, you know, sewage stuff kind of like climbing its way up the walls and like spreading on the floors here. But I think that's going to be something that I decide as I build. But for now, I do want to keep digging this out. I mean, I do and I don't. I don't want to keep digging this out, but I kind of have to. So I'm going to dig a couple more layers here, I think by hand. And then we're going to see about maybe getting some moss in here and then clearing out all of this deep slate. Guys, I've just had an amazing idea while digging this out. One thing I want to do later on in my survival world here, once I get like far enough, I really want to like collect a bunch of stuff and then like make like a room dedicated to like, so like I want to collect like all the armor trims, all of like the goat horns, the music discs, stuff like that. And I want to have a room to like display everything because I like collecting things. But I didn't know where I was gonna put the room, but I have a really good idea. I think at the bottom of the pit, at the very bottom, I was gonna cover the ground in carpet, like black carpet, so I can stop like mobs from spawning down here because obviously it's gonna be really dark. But if I put either slime blocks or powdered snow under the carpet, I could theoretically just jump off the top there and then I would survive the fall. And then at the bottom here, I could have like my secret room where all of my like valuables and stuff are displayed. I think that could be so cool. All right, I'm switching over to moss now. I think the play here is to get one of those like one of my auto composters down here and then just compost all of this back into bone meal. Oh, that's the wrong side. Alrighty guys, welcome back to another episode of Hardcore Minecraft where every single episode my audio decides to break. Now unfortunately I realized way too late into this recording, and by way too late I mean after I was finished, that my audio did not save. So what I did here, I decided to go with powdered snow for the bottom of the hole. I dug out a whole layer at the bottom to count how many blocks the bottom was, and in total it was 632 blocks. Now, you can hold 16 buckets in a stack, so if I divide that by 16, I need 39.5 stacks of buckets of powdered snow to cover the bottom of the black hole. So I flew around looking for a snow biome, which I found pretty quickly, and I got to work collecting all of the powdered snow. Now, for anyone who doesn't know, powdered snow, if you place it down and then put a carpet on top, it will actually stop you from taking fall damage. So if I cover the entire floor of my like black hole pit in my base and I cover it in powdered snow and carpet, then I can just drop down onto it and not have to worry about taking any fall damage. So that's what this is for. It actually surprisingly went a lot faster than I was expecting. The slowest part was actually finding the powdered snow, surprisingly, but once I found a couple of big veins of it, I had no problem collecting it all. I was able to do it all in one trip, so that was really nice. Now I do want to jump quickly into a time lapse of me placing all of the powdered snow at the bottom of the hole, and then also we are going to finish up today's episode by adding in some of the black concrete. guys, this is what our black hole is looking like from the top. I removed as many of the torches as I could get down in this area. Oh, did I miss a block? Oh no, I didn't. It's just stuff I threw down. But I tried to remove as many torches as I could so that way we could get a proper look at how this is going to be once it's all finished, and I think it looks so good. If I zoom in really tight, I can see the carpet, but if you're just looking down like this, it looks crazy. It looks like a black hole, and that it just goes on forever. And then once we get all these torches out and we get the gradient in, it's going to look so much better. I don't know if I'm going to come up any higher with the concrete or not. I just sort of used where the deep slate faded into the stone as kind of like a template for how the concrete faded up into the stone part. But I don't know if it's high enough or not. So I'm probably going to get some of the middle done with the concrete and then start adding some of the black stone and the deep slate bricks in and then see what it looks like. And then if I want the black concrete to come up higher, then I'll just add a little bit more. But I think it's good for now. And I think I am probably going to go ahead and start the Nether Hub. I'm probably going to do that over on stream. So if you want to check it out, my VODs channel and my Twitch are going to be linked in the description below. But anyways, that's going to do it for today. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next episode.